Alright, we're here. Would someone like to recap what happened last session? Yes. Alright. Lexi, Dad, do you remember? Alright. After blasting apart 30 employees in that work area, you guys went north and you went into Keon Rice's office, which was unlocked, and started rifling through his belongings when a hologram appeared and said, "You know, that's rude. That's really rude, right? Going through other people's stuff." And what you found when you logged in his computer, which was unlocked, is you found just two sets of files on the desktop. There's 1 and 2, just to pick those items. I.e., he had left them there for you to find. One of them is a map of the site with a path drawn on it to go to see him on the 4th level. And the second is a series of text documents in a journal that chronicle Keon's personal life from 5 years ago to the present day. And it's a story of his total descent into madness. And fairly suddenly as well, as he accepted more and more of these gifts, he became more and more of what he is today. After that, you walked around in the hallways for a bit, and visited this room on the left, which contains a device used to torture rabbits. And this operating theater, which is magically imbued with the ability that anyone in that room feels the pain of anyone who is in the room. So as you hacked apart the surgeons, you felt your own blade hit yourself. Wonderful. There was the armor research room, and you didn't go in there. And one more of the it's like a conversion room where you found this guy, a 4-armed Kasatha who you gave clothes to. And I forget the name, but that's Samantha's character. After that, or before that, you came in here. You found the doctor from before, if you recall. One of the high-ranking doctors who works for this company spoke out to Keon Rice and the executives about the sort of mind control productivity implant. He said it's unethical and wrong, and he refuses to participate anymore. Based on the test results, he can't justify implanting anyone else. So they killed him and reanimated the body in order to preserve the skill without the morality. His body was then taken over by these creatures that you fought. and they tried to take you guys over as well, but they failed. And that's where you are now. Well, from where you're standing, you can see 3 doors. 1, 2, and 3. Number 1 says, Number 1 says maintenance room, and the other 2 are also operating theaters. Not operating theaters. No. Medical lab, like the conversion area where you found Monkey's character. Yep. One. Down. Mm-hmm. Floor 2 is listed in the floor plan as broadcast studio and professional development. Well, yes. He was encouraging you to go meet with him directly. 4th floor. So you're on the 1st, then the 2nd is below that, and then 3, and then 4. And then there's a 5th one that is inaccessible. Third floor is cold storage and discipline. The 2nd floor said professional development and broadcast studio. And that on the map says observation deck. Alright, so continuing. According to the floor plan, the way down to the second floor is the same lift that you took to get in, or that same shaft. I think so. Yeah, it's back the way you came. It's back the way you came. Yeah, I think it's here. As you examine the as you examine this space here, you see that the cage that the winch would have lowered down neatly in the hole is instead broken and laying across the hole. You did notice on your way down that it was sort of resting on the hole, but you didn't realize that it went so deep. Lexi, where is your character? Oh, there. Never mind. Behind Rahel. Yeah. Just make sure of where you're standing and in which direction. Alright. Lexi hops down. No, Dad, you're like 10 feet away and standing on top of the... Yeah, there you go. Yes, in fact, there are. Yes, if you take those stairs. You can take the stairs. No, there's no reason to have any comedy relief. And it's fully within the area of effect. So Inez casts Thunderwave, and the elevator cage, which weighs several hundred pounds, smashes out of where it's being wedged in the hole. I do not have a picture of the cage to put on the map. Huh? It's about like here. It did. It crushed this computer. That's right. Yep. Yeah, it is about 15 feet down on that computer. It went over the edge and then fell over the side and crushed the computer. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I forgot to press the push stop button. It went over the side and crushed that computer underneath it, about 15 feet down. Several of the sides of it are bent out of shape. There is an absolutely massive thundering boom that you hear echoes throughout the entire complex. You can hear it echo down that shaft and echo back up again. You hear the sound come back up that shaft towards you. Yes. No, not really. They keep the sides of the shaft as smooth as possible so that the cage doesn't get hung up in it. Yeah, the winch up top, Ines sort of destroyed. Roll to hit. Yes. You hit the railing. Roll 1d4. Wait, no. It's, hold on. You have a different unarmed strike than other people. Let me check what that is. I think it might be 1d6. Of course. Yeah, roll 1d4 plus 5. Alright, you take 4 damage. There's a little nick in it, but Redania looks down and one of your claws is chipped. Not really. I know Fletcher does. I know Vidania does not. Ines can see 60 feet. That's right. Yeah, roll perception. Dad, I need to add those. You do see a ledge about 50 feet down. It looks like there is a section that is. It's not quite a door. Much like this landing, you really could hardly see it unless you land at that landing. It is completely dark there. You can tell that the... Sorry for sniffing, but you can tell that the shaft continues further than 50 feet. But there's a little edge where the cage would land 50 feet down, and then it would continue going down past that. That's right. Mm-hmm. Okay, you tie it. All right. Roll athletics. Or acrobatics. All right. You slide yourself down 50 feet. And you about a little bit before you reach the end of the rope, you are no longer pushing against the wall, but hanging in space. But you can look down and you see that the floor is just 5 feet below you. If you swing a little bit, you should land on it. It's directly in front of you. It's on all sides. You do so and you land on it. It's not difficult. You just step a little bit out of the shaft. Yes. As you look back down the shaft, it continues further than you can see. Here, I'll show you. Alright, here you are. There is a closed door in front of you. I forgot to add dark vision to your character. 1 second. Okay. There's a closed... Yes. It's a bit of a 5-foot wide platform around where the actually empty shaft. You can see the cage there. Just it's not there. And there's a door in front of you that is closed. It has a number 2 printed on it. Alright, that'll be difficult. That'll be pretty difficult. Alright, back to the other place with the other people. Okay, roll athletics. That is also good enough. You walk over to the other side and grab the rope and slide down. Sorry, Gage, what did you say? You're not. I just deleted your token. Alright, so Rahel, you shimmy down the rope and you see Gage at the ledge and you hop off. You are emitting quite a lot of light now. Your sword emits purple and yellow light, and your shield is now emitting white light, and technically your eyes are emitting ultraviolet light. You can see good. Yes. Yes, Dad, it's well. You got it right the first time. Alright, next, Vidania and Ines. Athletics. Also good enough. And last, Ines. And they've succeeded. Let me actually check their they're a ranger. They have advantage on this, I think. But I will roll for them. They haven't finished. Yeah, Monkey hasn't finished making his character yet, but he has +8 in athletics. $14 is almost good enough. Yeah, he doesn't get all the way down, but he doesn't fall off the rope or anything. And as he continues down, he reaches the bottom. Forearms helps. And Ines has -1 in athletics. I would like someone else to roll this for me. 1d20 -1. Ines is holding onto the rope for dear life. You can see her about 50 feet up. 1d20 -1, please. Ines shimmies slowly down the rope. Very much not. Very, very much not. One more. Yes, I remember that too. One more. Innes makes no progress. Just holding onto the rope. You can hear Fletcher. You are the only one that hears this, but you can hear Innes crying. One more roll. Yes. 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 Roll a reflex save. For Innes. Oh, sorry, dexterity save. That's +2. Innes loses their grip, grabs the rope, and shouts, "Why are you shaking the rope?" One more athletics. This is it. This is the last one. Fletcher, roll an attack. Yes. You see Innes start to fall. They're only 15 feet away from you, 20 feet away from you upwards. If they fall down the shaft, it's bad news, but if they fall onto the ledge, they're probably going to be okay. So, as Innes starts to fall, you reach out and throw them onto the ledge beside you. Roll 2d6. Innes takes 9 damage. Innes is going to watch this later. It's not you, it's the -1 in athletics. Well, that too, yeah. Innes picks themselves up. You all pick yourselves up and you take stock of your surroundings. It's now well lit. You see that the floor is made of some sort of linoleum. It's unpleasant. And the door beside you just has a number 2 on it. Yeah, you're there now. Oh, I forgot to move you. There you are. You can't see the stairs there behind the door, but yes. It's slightly down. No, behind my dad. Roll insight, Dad. Dad, roll insight. Yeah, with the insight roll that he just made, that did not occur to him at all. He himself has dark vision, but it has not occurred to him he could turn off his lights and still see. Yeah. Not really. He opens the door and steps through. You see a door. This side of the door. No, you did. But you. Rahel turns off. The Kazatha doesn't have it either. Monkey's character doesn't have dark vision either. And the other three do not. You see light underneath the door towards the this side. I guess northeast. And you see light. You see light to the south in that area. Yeah. The stairs lead down about 10 feet, but They are fairly shallow. All right, roll perception. That is honestly supernatural. You hear you hear the sound of people screaming in pain from the south. And from the northeast, you hear the sound of computers whirring. You don't hear any people, no. Yep. There is a key card reader beside the door. You have a white one and a gray one. Yes, but you can tell it's not the same type. It's from the other facility. The light turns green and the door clicks open. Yep. There are bright lights that illuminate the black ceramic tiles of this room. A polished wooden table with brass legs on it. In the room center is surrounded by additional lights, cameras, and microphones positioned to capture input from each occupant of the couch. The area is currently deserted. 3 screens to the northeast display a mirror image of this tableau. And to the southeast, there is a glass partition that you're bisecting right now that separates the seating area from a massive black broadcast studio console. Yes. Yes, it's unlocked. The Kazatha has already walked through. Redania and... could you roll for Monkey's character? Roll technology, please. They roll at +5. Excellent. The Kazatha, Monkey's character, says the purpose of this equipment is to broadcast a signal, probably to the Penumbra app that this company was developing. The Kazatha reaches over and unplugs it. He says, yeah, they could. What's the idea? The Kazatha says that all this broadcasting equipment is constructed of nanocarbon. Look, you can see the brush marks. The Kasatha stares at you. I'm not sure if you're serious. Sorry, I'll have to catch up on where you guys are from later. Not here. It's tough. It's really tough. Can you roll technology one more time? Because Island says, probably better to... He looks for it, and he finds it. He takes off a panel. He unlatches and pulls off a panel of it, off of the front of the console. He says, put your fire inside here. That should work. There's no line of effect that would leave you guys out of the space. There's no line of effect for Fireball that would leave you guys out of the space. Like, Ines could cast it inside here, but not through the glass. It would be blocked by the glass. Can do the thing that Ines likes to do, which is just get two hands ready and just do Firebolt with one hand and then the other again and again until it's melted. You do so, or Ines does so. And they stop when the circuit boards inside of the broadcast console. She stops when they're a melted pile of slag. Yes. You all get an alert on your phone. Yes, the communists. You get an alert on your communists, and correct. And you pull them out, and the notification says that we apologize, but the Penumbra app has lost contact with its server. Please wait, we're performing necessary maintenance. How long are you going to wait there? After 15 minutes, there is... okay, so before you start waiting... almost immediately when you disable it, a hologram appears in front of you. You've already determined that this type of illusion can't be harmed. And, but to all appearances, it looks like he's standing with his shins embedded in the sofa. So he's standing with his shins embedded in the sofa, and you can see he's a hologram. You can see that. And he says to you that you've disabled the broadcast for this planet. Congratulations, but you've already disabled the receivers in Kuvakara. In any case, I tire of waiting for you. Come join me. The hologram disappears before you can. You're about to extend your hand and extend your arm, but he just disappears. So you wait 15 minutes, and there's nothing. Nothing happens. There is not. Let me look up. He did not give it a name yet. As well, he should be level 9, but he's only done level 4. I'll have him do it between sessions. That was glass. They seemed, did not seem like they did. They are busy. Let me describe to what you're doing. This is the profession. Yeah, you can see Rahel and Vidania. The wall immediately in front of you is at the foot of the stairs says professional development. Fletcher, what you can see is that this room is filled with rows of mundane office cubicles occupied by human and Rithani employees from various different races. Their naked flesh is plastered with electrodes, the wires attached to the computers in front of them. Some of the employees appear to be unconscious, while others are cutting at their own flesh with blades or flagellating themselves with chains with razors on them. To the south, you can see 8 metal operating tables, and there are robotic arms suspended above each of them that is performing surgery on these 8 employees without any anesthetic. You can hear all of them screaming, and you can see that the surgical bots are inserting blades into the flesh of their hands and forearms. You can see, Fletcher, across the room, and Rahel, south of you, you can see a computer terminal that is outside of the area. And Fletcher, you can see a red light. There's a door over here. You can see a red light above your door. Yes. As you start back up the stairs, you hear the voice of Keon Rice being broadcast from hidden speakers around you. And he says something along the lines of, due to recent events, Eclipse Innovations is looking to hire. Would you like to join our staff? Hello? The speakers turn off. Hold on. Not really. 50 feet down, there's another ledge. No, there's smooth sides, same as before. Ines looks up. Ines looks up and says, "All right, so I don't have a lot of experience with this, but the experience I have tells me that climbing up is more difficult than climbing down." Yeah. Thanks for mentioning it again. Yes. Oh, you got it off of one of the security personnel back at New Elysium, the resort. That's right. It beats me. You can. The grappling hook itself is just a hook. The rope is rope. It's separate. You used it some time ago. They have no items at all. Right now, they just have the clothing that you gave them. You have 10 separate lengths of 20 feet? No. You have one. It does have hooks on each end. So, like, if you need to make sure, like, for certain, something doesn't get 20 feet away, you can do that. But it's not good for descending 50 feet. As you reach in the bag and think of a safe way of going down, this comes out of the bag. I posted it on Discord. That's the reaction that you have. Can I have Vidania and the other guy roll technology, please? That's a. Go ahead. Go ahead. They can't hear what I'm saying right now.
I love you very much.
What's your question? Yeah. Early on. One moment. Mm-hmm. Good. It's okay. You have too many neurotransmitters. Sorry, one more time. Okay, I won't. Alright, so, sorry for getting distracted. My wife wanted me for something. Right. Yeah. Both Vidania and new character whose name you don't know yet. They say, that's a rope descender device. You put a rope through it, and then you can just hold it and it goes down. No, it's like a ratcheting descender device. It can't be used to ascend, but it can prevent a fall. FYI, not a prank. What you're meant, how the magic item works is you have to think of a task to do, and then it gives you an item that can be used to do that task. If you think of something that's not a task, it doesn't know what to do. Right. And it gave you a rope descender device. If you thread a rope through it, you can descend safely and easily. The bag doesn't know that. You pull out a like a body harness. It's the same descender device. You pull out a rope. You don't know, it keeps coming. The rope keeps coming out of the bag and coiling up on the floor. You keep going. You've measured now about 100 feet of rope in a coil on the ground, and the other end is still in the bag. You should also recall what happens to these things when they're out of your hands. They disappear. Any item generated by the bag disappears when it's no longer being used. Yeah, well, it's there. It's there in the bag. You keep pulling out coils of rope, and it keeps coming. You've measured about 250 feet of it now. You keep going. You're getting a little bit of resistance to pull on it more, but you get about 300 feet of it out until it's too strong for you to pull more, but you can tell that there's plenty more to go. As in, when you pull on it, you wind up pulling the bag towards you. Dad. What you're doing is making a lot of noise. Because you're eating chips? It's really loud. We all do, Dad, but just... Okay, I'm going to tell you what I tell my students, which is that you have choices. There are disruptive choices for generating neurotransmitters, and there are non-disruptive choices. Do you have a different small item around you, like a coin or a token or something? No, that's very loud. Fine. You cut the rope, it cuts, and the part that you still have it in your hand. The other part attached to the bag gets sucked back into the bag. Yes, you can. Yes. Success. It's strong. As you reach the bottom, Fletcher, the landing is a little narrower than the one up top. There's not really room for two people to stand around the edge. And this is what you see. Cold storage and discipline, that's right. They do. Yes, you do. The end of the rope is down below you, but you can loop it around yourself in the middle, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm saying that you have like 300 feet of rope, and you've only descended 50 feet. No, I'm implying that you're in the middle of the rope. You're not holding the end, but you wrap it around yourself, yes. Is that the end that you... You're still holding the rope, yes. 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 Alright. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're doing. Yeah, I get it. It takes you a few moments to do that. Okay, that is your turn. Everyone roll initiative, please. Oh boy. Monkey's character says they have no weapons. Ah, yes. Okay, yeah, he does have one. And the enemy have a 20. Vidania, what was yours? Okay, so they're first. Okay, so Ines is first. All right. Ines can roll athletics. Yes. Acrobatics, yes. You see Ines slide down the rope 50 feet in one round and land on their feet next to you. Unfortunately, that was their action. And Ines looks across the room and says, "Holy fuck, why didn't you say anything?" Next is their turn. Alright, they bound across the room towards you. And one against each. $12 and an 8 is a miss. Next is Vidania. They certainly did. Alright, roll athletics or acrobatics for Vidania. Alright, Vidania slides down the rope and lands just beside Fletcher. No, unfortunately, that was your action. You still have your move, and you're a fighter, so you do have a second attack action. Yeah. That's a hit. $12 damage. You hit it with your, it was the Thunder Strike, right? You hit it, you see it take damage, you see its eye is busted and leaking fluid out of its face from overpressure. Rahel, your turn. Yeah, okay. No. You have one action. You can't get down the rope. You can cast spiritual weapon, but not the same round. You can't. I mean, you can do one or the other. Oh yeah, it's a bonus action spell, isn't it? Yes. I made a mistake. You can roll athletics, please. You grab the rope and slide down it. Now that you can see where the enemy are, you can direct the spiritual weapon to attack one of them. Alright, roll a spell attack. +6, your spell attack. $11 is a miss. And last is Monkey's character. You're after them, aren't you? Oh, yeah, sorry, my mistake. Second last. Don't worry, if you die, we'll tell you. Yes, please, +8. Again, very good. Had to have 4 arms when you're trying to climb. And actually last, it's Fletcher. Definitely a hit. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yes, you do. Alright, describe how it dies. Alright, you do. You stick your sword in, you lift it up, and what you're brought to mind of is the lady in the alley a few days ago. You let its body weight pull it through your sword, and it collapses, cut in two in front of you. You feel nothing. Next is Ines. Yeah, no, that is one action. Go for it. It's +8. and the damage. $14. Bad. What did you say about muting? What did you say about muting yourself? It's not. We can hear you. Alright, so it is the enemy's turn. Ines slammed a firebolt into the second one, but it is still there. It looks over at the other one. It sniffs the air and it can smell this creature's blood. It begins to emit this unearthly howl. Everyone roll a wisdom save, please. Wisdom save. Success. Okay, Rahel failed. Dad, there is no way your wisdom save is only +2. It's +6. So 9 plus 6 is 15. So 15 is a pass. Gage, how much did you get? 14? 15, that's success. Vidania? He fails. Okay, any 15s pass. Ines is higher than 15, passes as well. And Monkey's character is utterly terrified. There we go. Monkey's character is utterly terrified and presses themselves against the wall to get as far away from that creature as possible. You hear several more howls as the creatures close in. This is all of them. So 1 attack against Ines and 2 against Fletcher. Alright, the attack against Ines is a critical hit. She takes 10 damage and is thrown to the ground, prone. The dog is doing the dog thing, where it tries to rustle and throw its prey onto the ground, and that's happening to Ines. Vidania, your turn. You have a chance. You have a chance of hitting Ines, but you can, yes. That's a hit. You miss. You do not hit Ines. Roll damage. Can you describe to me how you kill this thing with your gun? Whatever it is that comes out of your gun passes over Ines and almost destroys her foot, which is in this thing's mouth. But what's left over is just the jaws of this creature are clamped around Ines's thigh, and everything above the snout is gone until you see the spine coming out of its back. The jaws and the rest of the body separate. The jaw is still clamped in Ines's leg, and the body falls to the ground. The other two snap at Fletcher, but fail to find an opening. Yes. That's another hit. It is a hit, yeah. Nine damage. Top one or bottom one? Alright, you hit it. It does some damage to it. Rahel, your turn. I.e. 1. That's a hit. $13. No, you roll a separate attack for that one. At +6. I'm not sure. I don't think it can do critical hits. But, yeah, it does damage, of course, it hits. Your D 1d8 plus 2, please. Alright, takes another 5 damage from this hammer. You've hit it twice. It is Monkey's turn. Could someone roll a wisdom save for them, please? $17. He is no longer terrified. And he's ready to go. It's pretty crowded there in front. Yeah. Step forward, attack with disadvantage, step back again, take an attack of opportunity. Roll to hit. Here, I'll have him stand here. 13 is a miss. 13 plus 6 is a hit, yes. Roll damage. Alright, he slides the sword into it. And it takes 6 damage. Yes, ma'am. It is not dead. Who's next? Fletcher. Yes. You attack the top one, and the second one has been attacked by other people. Definitely a hit. Yes, you do. Alright, do you kill this one the same way as the other one? You do. You wait for your opportunity, and as it lunges towards you, you duck and hold your sword so it launches itself and impales itself, slicing its belly open from sternum to groin. Yeah. You still feel nothing. Next is Ines. Is prone, but can stand up without provoking any attack opportunity. Yep. Yep. Ines says, no. Roll +2. Ines says, I cast gun. That's a hit. Uh, 9 damage. Alright. Ines says, I've cast gun. You see that Ines likes this. You see that Ines likes gun. Next is the enemy's turn. It uses disengage. You do not get an attack or opportunity against it. It backs off into the shadows. And when it is in shadow, sorry, wrong token. When it's no longer in light, it disappears. You hear it howl. Everyone roll a wisdom save. Okay, Fletcher, you're terrified. And so is the Kazatha. You both have the specific fear that this creature will jump out of any shadows that might be around you. For example, in this area, just because there's some walls, there is shadow from wherever your light source is. You are suddenly extremely scared of it. Your only choice of action is to get as far away from it as possible. But it could be in any shadow. Vidania, your turn. Oh, by the way, there's no light source. It is basically complete darkness here, except for the light that Ines and Vidania are giving off. No, it's not. I know it looks lit, but that's just how I made the map. Yes. As far as you know, it should be here, but you don't see it. Roll an attack. Your bullet passes through empty air. Are you going to shoot again, or are you going to wait? All right, Rahel, your turn. There you go. You're shedding quite bright light even down to the end of the hall. And under very bright light from both of your light sources, as well as Ines, you see it. It wasn't hiding, it was standing out in the open, but it was not lit brightly enough. No, you still have your spiritual hammer. You go for it. Roll an attack, yeah. Miss. Monkey's turn. Roll a wisdom save. Still terrified, and now you know where it is, so he tries to flee. Fletcher, wisdom save. It's a pass. You're no longer terrified. You do. To describe what happens, Kazatha's reaction is now he knows where it is, so he runs away from it. And Fletcher's reaction is now I know where it is, I'm going to go kill it. Yep. This is not a sneak attack, but you can attack, yes. Yep. $14. With how much damage it's taken already, tell me how you kill this one. With so little leverage from that action, Jonathan doesn't really carve a line through the bone of the skull, but you push it in, pierce the brain, and it collapses. And then as you roll it sideways, you roll it over as you pull your sword out. You're out of rounds, you're out of combat. But only up to half. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, you can only raise someone to half of their maximum health. To half. Half of 52 is 26. You increase Inesh's health by 3. Half of 63 is 31, so you do not gain any benefit, and Vidonia and Fletcher are certainly not going to. You didn't have an opportunity to take a close look at them. As you were fighting, they were just some sort of small side rooms, but now you can see they are kennels. Here, I'll describe the area. Miasmic darkness hangs heavy in the wide corridor. Murky gray motes drift through the air. Steel doors yawn open on either side of the hallway, and a heap of flesh and bone, savaged beyond recognition, sprawls on the floor to the east. That's this one. There are chambers that line the northern and southern walls of this corridor, and each is filled with a small pile of shredded bedding and other assorted garbage-type items, like small bones, bits of wood, things like that. And the air is filled, it's not filled with smoke, it's filled with like a miasmic darkness. bright light doesn't exactly pierce through it as it should. Fletcher, from where you're standing, about 10 feet down a steep staircase, you can see it says cold storage at the bottom. There's also hallways to the north, south, and southwest. That's right. As you listen, Fletcher, you can't hear anything else besides Vidania and Ines breathing. You can hear Vidania and Ines breathing, but you can't hear anything from the corridors down the way. Just finished fighting, and Ines is not exactly the most physically capable person. They're not disabled by any means. They're just not in shape. Just a couple points. You do. Dad, you do. And you have the mundane healing supplies that you took from the sort of the science lab upstairs. Roll 1d6. Alright, if you were to spend a full hour on a short rest healing Ines, they would heal for their short rest benefit plus 6 points. 1 plus 5. Yeah. Roll 68, please. Alright, you slam the needle into Ines a little bit harder than you need to. Wait, no, it's a serum. You drink it. You give it to Ines and she drinks it. They're healed for 20 points. Ines has a pain and fishes around in their mouth for a second and pulls out a filling. A filling from a cavity. She blinks and looks at it. At least one. Inez says, okay, that's unexpected. You can see her feeling around her mouth with her tongue, and she says, all right, I apparently don't need this. The tooth regrew and pushed it out. These things are powerful. Yep, 46 health. No. That's just for flavor. Cold storage and discipline. All right. You approach this door, and there is a key card reader beside the door. Which color, white or gray? It turns green. The door clicks. Alright, you open the door. Verdania's light can't pierce it, and you can't see inside. It is magically dark. Walk over. Yes, the light from your shield is good enough. The shadows in this small cell seem to twist and move of their own volition. As you open the door, there's a chill in the air that comes out to greet you. The bed against the northern wall appears to have partially melted into the stone floor, and there's deep gouges that line all four cement walls and the back side of the door. You don't see any creature or anything in the room. The yellow thing? Oh, sorry, that's another door. It says maintenance room. There's another keycard reader. You're welcome. Inside, you see it's similar to the maintenance rooms on other levels that you didn't see up above. There's a computer console that looks like it controls the lighting, security features, and doors on this level. There's a locked metal cabinet on the northern corner of this room, and shelves with various cleaning and maintenance equipment. No, those are the things of note. The locked metal cabinet, the maintenance rooms and the shelves. I mean, the maintenance console and the shelves. Because I forgot to put a wall right there. When I said cabinet earlier, the locked cabinet, I'm going to show you a picture of what I mean. Go check Discord. Yeah, go ahead. Roll an attack. Yeah, you do manage to hit the inanimate object. Now roll damage. You shoot at the lock, and the lock breaks. You're able to open it. Inside, you find gear that appears to have been confiscated from the prisoners who were kept on this level. There is 4 items. There's a Lashunta mind mail and a refractor suit that is way too small for you to use. There is a Dashko with a plasma blade and 2 high-capacity batteries. The mind mail does. And the plasma Dashko also does. I'll add it later. The door is closed and it says holding cell. The door opens. This sparse holding cell contains 2 cots and a rusty drain on the floor to the southwest. All the cement walls of this stark chamber are stained with various bodily fluids, and the whole area reeks of death. There are no creatures in this chamber. Yeah. Yes, you do. It is still attached to you. It's tied up upstairs, and there's a trail of rope that leads right to you. You have lots of room still. There is. And when you put the gray key card, it makes the sound, Would someone else like to make the sound? Thank you. Okay. What at first appears to be slabs of frozen meat stacked in the center of this bare stone room are, upon brief inspection, humanoid bodies. The lifeless corpses are piled haphazardly in a heap of bloodless flesh, their skin bluish white marred with frost. Their faces are frozen into masks of terror. The room is remarkably cold, and your breath hangs in the air in front of you. It is food. Yeah. All the items of food that are on the shelves here, they have identical labels. There are 3 items, basically. The one on the left says packaged food product. The one in the middle says liquid water contained. And the one on the right says packaged food product, brackets, small. Yeah, they are opaque gray packets. Mm-hmm. Let me show you what you see. This is what it looks like. It's some sort of cracker cookie thing. Like in real life, this is a picture of Calorie Mate. Yeah, it's... Yes, it is. If you open one, what you see inside let me see. There you go. It's like dried and preserved jerky. It is. You now have however many as you want of any of these items. Up to like 12. There's like 12 of each. Yep. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yep. 5 people. It just takes a look and says, I can hold one of them. Ines makes a remark that she can probably hold one of them. She blinks at you for a second and says, yeah, but it's heavy. You pass around cans of water. You have a drink of it. It is very nicely cold. Yeah, you take a can of water and it is really enjoyable. It's like, let me see what temperature it is. Yes, yes it is. Mm-hmm. Hey, hey. I'll take some jerky. Yes, there was a backpack in the locked case in the maintenance room. Yeah. It was his. That's right. That's right. And Fletcher, if you look down the shaft, you can see the bottom 50 feet down. Just about 10 feet by 10 feet. No. No. Yes. Yeah, if you're thinking you'll angle it so you can slide down. It's still like a 1 in 5 angle, and it's basically falling sideways. Just add food rations and then change the name. Only if you say so. It's just called rations. So then if you click on it, here, if you go to Discord, I'm sharing my screen right now. Alright, so if you're looking here, you have rations. Yeah, it's right here. Any item that you have, you see it here? Yeah, so what you can do is go here and go name and call it No? It's still paused? It's still paused, huh? Okay, hold on. Let me try again. Yes. There you go, that should work. So with any item, so I'll show you. It's rations. Alright, so rations. And you click on it, and it pops up this window to the side. Pops up this window to the side. You click here for customize. And the name, you put in the name, for example, jerky and calorie mate. So it has the name properly here. Alright. Water skins. Yes. Oh, sorry. Push to talk. Yes, it's water skins. I have. I was demonstrating how to change the name. Oh, sorry. Okay, so you can do that again, and I will not remove it this time. But I think this is the end of the session, and you guys need to decide if you're taking a 1 hour short rest. That's right. Yes. 1d6 plus 1. Fletcher, yours 1d8 plus 1. 1d8 plus 2. And Rahel, you can get 1d10 plus 2. And Medania, 1d10 plus 4. You get 6 points. Yes. So you're back up at 42. Okay. And that's the session. 360. That's it. Your reward this session was not strictly an experience. It's also in the exploration and finding things and things like that. Alright, see you guys next week. Goodbye. Goodbye.